Someone asked, how can they advance their meditation practice? One way to advance your meditation practice is to not see it as some sort of practice that happens only on the mat. Typically, one gets involved in meditation and has a formal meditation practice, perhaps 10 to 30 minutes in the morning, and perhaps even another sit later in the evening, 10 to 30 minutes. And this is considered the meditation practice, morning and evening, or wherever you can fit it in. The way you can advance this meditation practice is by keeping this meditation ongoing throughout your day. So typically, this meditation is an observing, a witnessing, a watchfulness, where we simply allow thoughts, feelings, sense perceptions to come and go, to appear and disappear, to change. And there's just simply the watching or the witnessing or the observing of this changeful activity. And this is done typically somewhere comfortable, sitting down in a quiet place. And for the most part, this is fairly easy. This gives you a good foundation, gives you a taste of that witnessing, the observing, the watchfulness. But the way you advance this is, one, by stop seeing it as some sort of practice that only happens at a certain time of day. When we do this, we compartmentalize or divide our life. This is my spiritual practice, and then here's my everyday life, which happens after my spiritual practice. So when we treat our entire life as the spiritual practice, everything changes. When you see that your meditation is actually the entire day, everything changes. You keep this same watchfulness, this observing, this witnessing, continuing throughout the day. In the formal practice, there's a watchfulness of the body sitting. Throughout the day, there's the same watchfulness, but the body is simply changing postures, walking, sitting, standing. It really makes no difference. The same watchfulness is present. So, advancing this meditation could be seen as prolonging it or extending it. And this is actually pretty natural. This is how this meditation is unfolding, how the awakening journey is unfolding. Now, typically when we don't even have this foundation where we sit or we can simply relax and just be, then the question of advancing this is no use. Because what happens is we have these periods of the day when we allow ourselves to relax totally and just simply be. And you find that when you relax, there's the watchfulness. Now, this watchfulness is ever present, but it's a lot like we discover or realize this witnessing or this observing or this watchfulness when we are relaxed. When we aren't relaxed, we are identified with thought. And when we are identified with thought, it's as if we are obscuring this witnessing. So the key with meditation is relaxation. In the formal relaxation, in the formal meditation, there's relaxation. When you sit down on a meditation cushion or in a chair, wherever you are meditating, you're allowing yourself to relax for those 10 minutes or 30 minutes. To advance this practice is to continue that relaxation in the midst of the day-to-day activities. So driving your kids to school, there's a relaxation while driving, which then there's the witnessing of the body driving the car and the kids in the car and the thoughts and the feelings and the sense perceptions, all coming and going, all appearing and disappearing, all changing. Cooking dinner, same thing. There's this relaxation. Cutting the grass, meetings at work. It's all done, but there's a relaxation in the midst of this activity. And when there's the relaxation in the midst of the activity, there's that witnessing of the activity. There's the observing of the activity. There's the watchfulness. So whatever the activity is, cutting the grass, shoveling the snow, doing the dishes, cleaning the house, cooking dinner, driving the kids to school, whatever that activity is, it's being observed, it's being witnessed, it's being watched. Also, what's being watched is the thought activity and the feeling activity and the sense perception activity. It's really all one activity. They're not separate activities. It's all one activity that's being observed, that's being watched, that's being witnessed by you. You are this witnessing. You are this watchfulness. You are this observing. And it's effortless. That's why you sort of discover it by relaxing. You relax into this witnessing. This witnessing is ever present. But it's as if we forget when we are identified with thought. And when we are identified with thought, we feel this stress, this contraction. So by relaxing, this identification with thought is released. And we are witnessing, we are watching, we are observing. All of the content, all of the activity. And what you experience is that same sort of spaciousness that you experience in your formal meditation. You relax and you open. There's an openness, a spaciousness in which the thought activity, the feeling activity, the sights, the sounds, the smells, the tastes, the sensations are all appearing in. We could say that this is meditative, that you feel this meditativeness, the same meditativeness that you're experiencing on the cushion. You're now experiencing driving the kids to school or cooking or cleaning or cutting the grass, shoveling the snow, working on the computer. All of that activity continues, but it's as if it's meditative. This is now this 10-minute meditation practice now being extended throughout the day. And this is how this meditation practice can be easily advanced. Because now it's not just 10 minutes. It's through the entire day. Because really meditation is not a practice. Meditation is life. It's what I call the living meditation. This living meditation is essentially what you are. So we start experiencing our life become more and more meditative. That same calmness, tranquility, peacefulness that you're experiencing in your formal meditation for 10 or 30 minutes in the morning, your whole life starts feeling the same. You start experiencing that same peace. And these Activities, cutting the grass, comes and goes. Cooking the dinner comes and goes. Losing your job comes and goes. Getting in a divorce comes and goes. These big life circumstances, situations are now coming and going freely, and you're not suffering them. There's that detachment, that spaciousness in which all of these events are appearing and disappearing within. You're no longer suffering your reactions to life. You're finding that you're less and less reactive, because this reactivity is really the identifying with thought. When you are experiencing yourself as that open space, that all the thought activity is appearing within, you find that you're not pushing and pulling on thought. You're not holding on to things and resisting things. You're simply allowing everything to be as it is. And this is meditation. It's allowing everything to be as it is. Knowing yourself as that which everything is appearing within. This witnessing is effortless. It's essentially what you are. This awareness of the coming and going of things, the appearance and disappearance of things, the change of things, is all happening within the awareness that you are. So then the practice is not really seen as a practice. It's just life happening. It's advanced even more by being aware that you are aware. So first, we take a 10-minute to 30-minute practice. Start experiencing it continue. When you get up off the meditation cushion, meditation continues. It doesn't stop when you get off the cushion. The whole day has this witnessing that is present, that you're able to witness the thoughts, the feelings, the sense perceptions. Great. Now you're witnessing the phenomena. One step further is being aware that you are aware throughout the day. This is experiencing your true nature. This is then experiencing the happiness, the love, the peace, the freedom that you are. You're experiencing your true nature in the midst of daily activities. By experiencing your true nature, you're experiencing unconditional happiness, love, peace, freedom. None of the worldly events can bring you that happiness, love, peace, and freedom. The happiness, love, peace, and freedom cannot be found in the world. So you are experiencing the apparent world, but you're also experiencing the happiness, love, peace, and freedom that you are, that is independent of the world, that is not of the world. So you're sort of in the world, but not of the world. And you're experiencing what cannot be found in the world. This happiness, this love, this peace, this freedom is causeless. It's unconditional. And it's ever present. And you're knowing yourself as that. This is being aware of yourself, or this is experiencing yourself in the midst of daily activities. And this is the highest form of meditation. That you're aware of yourself as the formless in the midst of the changing forms. And the progression is the same. That you're aware of being aware, maybe 5 minutes in the morning or 10 minutes in the morning, and then there is more and more unfoldment. And throughout the day, you're always aware that you are aware. It's ever present, what you are. Being aware of yourself, you experience your true nature. And your true nature is happiness, love, peace, and freedom. So whatever the activity is, whatever's happening, it doesn't prevent you from experiencing your true nature. It doesn't take away that happiness. It doesn't affect the peace that you are. You don't need anybody to experience love. And there's nothing preventing you from the freedom that you are. What you are is unconditional. So you're living as your true self. And this is what I say, meditation is not really a practice. It's what you are. Meditation is simply being yourself.